Okay, so we've already cut this to the same size. They all have to be the same size. All right, now I fold it in half. Make sure all the edges are even. And then fold it in half this way so that you now have it in fourths. Okay, now you fold this little circle thingy in fourths as well. So I fold it in half, and then I fold it in half again, line all the edges up, and now I lay it here. This is my inner, the very center, like right here, that's this. To make sure you've got it centered, so you get it lined up on both sides, and so that's where you're going to put, that way you know where it is. So I can maybe, how do I mark this? Maybe go underneath and pin it in place. Maybe just one layer, and then I can open it back up. Oh, it's pinned. Because
I see what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay, although I did it on the back side. All right, I'll have to do it again. If I do it like this, that way we're always in the center. We're not off center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I've got it messed up. So much for a training video. You know, if nothing else, a pencil.
I do have pencils.
Yes.
Hang on, let me grab
We
one.
can just mark it right here, and that way we can open it up. Okay. See, there's the marks right there. Move that out of the way. Okay, and then you just pin this down so that it doesn't move while you go around the outside edge and do the blanket stitch.
Okay.
On the inside and the outside. Now this is cut curved, but you've got to fold it under in order so it doesn't ravel. Mm-hmm. And so if you fold it under, you end up with more of a point, or at least I do. I don't do it so well, so that's how I will. And sometimes I do this as I go. Mm-hmm. I don't go ahead and do it all ahead of time, but that way it's, and you can iron it again just before you go to sew it so that it comes out. You don't want to end up with a big fold and extra, you know. Mm-hmm. Get it as flat as you can.
And would we undo that
one
as well?
Yes, we'd have to just fold it under.
Okay.
Okay, so that you can do that edge all the way around. So I can pin that in place.
Are you planning to do the pink embroidery floss on every one, or are you going to switch up the colors?
I was going to switch it up. I could see I've got yellow, I've got green, I can do blue. Mm-hmm. I thought that would be more fun.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. It would make each block unique.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
All right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, so we just lay them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we just start at this end again. Which one did I? Green. Okay, this one. This one. Those look like the same. Don't they?
No.
No? Okay.
Well,
don't.
No,
They're different. Okay. Okay, so I think that is enough. Okay. So then, when you want to sew them, you just lay this one over on this one, line it up, and sew right there. Mm-hmm. And then open it up and press it, and then take this one. Okay, so this will be here, and now you sew this one.
Okay.
And you got to just, I would leave it laying, you know, so that you remember, because sometimes what I did was I would do this one, and then I couldn't remember which one went to this one, whether it was this one or this one.
Oh.
Once you get started, it's easier to remember. Yeah. Might be a good idea to mark it somehow with a pen, so that, and then I would press it as I went. So you got these two together, and then you put this one together with this one, and then, you know, that one. So keep track of where you're at, and which, otherwise you'll come up with two to get, see, oh, we got pink right there. How did we manage that?
I don't know.
Got two pink ones together.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. So this is the wrong end. You don't want to pull from this. I'm going to pull from the other one. This is the inner one. This is the outer one. Alright. I'm going to pull from this one. My old yarn winder made this cake, which my daughters were helping me, so that may account to why it's kind of rough looking. This was my first attempt at the new winder, and obviously I didn't have the arm, the yarn arm. I did not have it. I had it like this, so I found out it needs to be like that, so that's better now. So that was the first attempt. This was the second attempt. It was a little bit better. Still kind of messy. This is the third attempt. Perfect. And I got the whole, so this is one hank. This is two. I mean, two cakes, one hank. This is one cake. So when it's wound appropriately, awesome. It's very easy to set up. So far it's working great. There was no assembly required. It was just basically opening the box and then attaching it to the table. Oh dear. I did have a little bit of a problem. It is winding around the bottom of the... Okay. That's a problem. I wonder why it's doing that. No, it's starting to do it again. Why is it doing that? Okay, so maybe this has too much yarn on it. That's fine. I thought it would be, you know, big skeins. Maybe I'm not doing it right. I don't know. But that's pretty good size. We'll just keep trying. I don't know if there's a wrong way or a right way to do this. Maybe after it gets full, then it starts kind of winding on top of itself. The other one just did small cakes of yarn, which is fine if you're not going to do a lot, but I'm going to do a lot. And I wanted bigger skeins, or bigger cakes. This is working really well. Yeah, it just seems to be going around the bottom and not really building up. I'm not sure why. I wonder if I need to move this out. Oh, maybe that's why. I don't know. Hang on. Now it's doing it at the top. Okay. Technical difficulties. I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing this right. Let's see. Because this looks pretty bad. And I'm not sure why. Let me look at the directions. Okay, it looks like I'm doing it right. But I'm not sure why it is winding like this. This is kind of funny. But I'm almost done, so that's good. Alright, there we are. So this is done. Okay, it did do well towards the end. Okay, so let me just pull that off. So this one looks a little bit better than the other one. So, okay, we'll just keep going. We'll see how it goes. So I am getting ready for this Spirit of Flora CAL, which is being re-released April 24th. And it's going to be released in segments, 4, 4, and 4. So I followed Janie Crow. It actually was released the first time last year in Inside Crochet. It's a UK-based magazine. And Anyway, I couldn't get it, but I was really excited that now she's re-releasing it for here. So that's wonderful. So anyway, I am very excited. So I'm trying to get ready for that. So I tried to go through my stash and find some yarn that I could use. I didn't want to have to buy any. So I did find this lovely, this is Barocco Vintage. And I had quite a few skeins of it. I believe I had purchased it for a sweater several years ago, probably 5 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't know. Anyway, it's been sitting in my stash, so I decided it's time to use this. So this is a machine washable blend. It is 52% acrylic, 40% wool, and then 8% nylon. So I did purchase this extra, but I had the other colors here. Unfortunately, the tags only had, instead of color names, they had color numbers. So I went on the Barocco, is that how you pronounce it? The Barocco website and found the color names so that if you're interested in what color it is or what the name is, I can tell you. Okay, so the colors I had, this is lovely. I believe this is Tide Pool. It's a very dark teal. So that's one of the colors. This is very faded, kind of bluish green almost. This is called Ochre. This is a very dark burgundy kind of. It's called Dried Plum, which I think is just, oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, that's Dried Plum. Okay, then I have this really pretty, kind of a soft purple.
Molly, I'm learning kung fu.
Shh. This, sorry about that. This is, shh. This is Lilac. Lilacs. And then, let's see. Then I had this lovely, this is called Oats, which, yeah, kind of looks like oats. And then, oh, my other colors here. I'm really excited about this because usually for these blankets I just use an acrylic yarn. This is the first time I'm using like a wool, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out, how it looks. And then this is the last color. This is Pumpkin, I believe. Yes, this is Pumpkin. And I wound these all up. They come like this in a hank, and I wound it all up. This is my last one I need to do. And then also for the border, because each of the blocks has a border around it, I got this color, which is called Mushroom. Nice off-white or beige, just really pretty. So anyway, and I love how these are wound. I got a new winder because my other one unfortunately would not wind very big cakes. This is about as big as it would get, and so if I was trying to wind a whole hank, it would give me at least 3 of these, 3 cakes, sometimes 4, depending on how thick the yarn was. So I purchased a new one off Amazon, and it works really well. It gives me I'll give you a comparison. You see how big, how different that is. And this is a whole hank. That's a whole hank cake.
No, they're separated.
So that's very, very cool. I love it. It was like a package deal. It came with a Swift. So I bought the Swift. My old yarn winder in the move got broken. We had to throw it out. So I did get the Swift. Like I said, it came with a package deal, and it works wonderful. And you've probably seen it earlier in the video. But anyway, so I thought about getting some, what are they called? Cake, caddies or cake. You know, they're the material that goes around the cake to keep it all together so it doesn't unravel. I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, so I did look online. I was going to get some because it's going to be a big project with lots of different colors of yarn. I think there's at least 8 colors. And I want to keep it all together in a bag, but I don't want it to get tangled or unraveled or have the cake unwind. So anyway, I looked online and they sell for anywhere from $5 to $10 a piece. I didn't want to do that. I thought if I could find a pattern, I could make them myself. And I did find a pattern. I think the pattern was like $6. So I'm going to make, and if I think of the name of these things, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but I will put it on the screen. Anyway, I'm going to make a bunch of them, one for each one. So I will share that when I get that done. But anyway, so then they can all be kind of safe, secure. I can put them in a bag and take them with me if I need to. But anyway, so that's exciting. Spring actually. But anyway, this is the Acanthus motif, and I actually started it last spring, I think. Or maybe over the summer I started it. Anyway, but I never finished it, but I finally finished it. It's pretty large. It's very intricate. It's very beautiful, and I love it. I would like to make more if I can. But that was from the Fruit Garden blanket by Janie Crow. And then I was also working on the Bohemian Blooms blanket. And I already shared this block in my other video, but I'll share it again just in case you didn't see that one. This is Virginia. So this is the first block I made. I am making this with a worsted weight yarn. This is the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted. I did weave in all my ends. I've learned to do that with all the ends that each of these blocks has. If you don't, you're in real trouble. This is the next one I did. This is Legacy. So I really liked this one. Very, very pretty. And I'm not using the exact colors that she does. I kind of just chose my own. I am doing it all in the gray. I'm framing them all in the steel. And then this is the one I just finished. This is Harmony. I did have a little bit of trouble with this one. I wasn't exactly sure one of the stitches she was talking about, but it still turned out okay. And if I do make more of this one, I think I'll do it a different way. The circle around it, but I do like the surface crochet on the top. This purple is the surface crochet. I think it's really pretty, but I just love these. And then I started the last one. I cannot remember the name of this though. Oh, it's Vanessa. So I started this one. This is Vanessa. This is about how far I've gotten on it. So anyway, might have to share that in my next video.
Wait, I saw
so yeah, this is the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted that I am using for that blanket. I don't know if you've ever heard of this, Sophie's Universe crochet along. I found Annie's Kit Clubs had a new blanket, and I really wanted to sign up for it. But it was one of those monthly things, and you get the yarn and the patterns, and we can't do that. So I thought, well, maybe if I order a book with a blanket that's similar to that, then I can use the yarn I have, and it's a lot cheaper. And anyway, so I had heard a lot of talk about this, and I looked it up, and the reviews were excellent. So I picked this book up, and I'm very excited to get started on this. So I will use yarn I already have, but I'm really excited about trying this. So I'll give you some updates on that too. I've also worked on, and I shared in the community photos, I started the Attic24 Sungold. I started the Dahlia, and I started the, or I not started,
This is so fun. You should
still
try
working on the Springfrost, which was
Wait, no,
her
don't knock that down. There's
crochet
some
along from last January.
up there.
Sungold was from this January.
It's down. It'll come down too.
And
But I don't think it will.
anyway, so maybe I'll pop in pictures because they're put away right now. Sometimes I'm in the mood to work on blankets, like, you know, lines where you go back and forth and you turn. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do squares. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do flowers, real intricate things. So it just depends on my mood. Oh, I'm also working on my knit raindrop Afghan. Still working on that. I'll have to pop in a picture because that's clear over there in the other room too. But anyway, I'm still working on that. So lots of things. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully the next video will not be so far apart. Okay, bye.